Hello again, music fans. I am back here to do the ranking of the Nightwish albums, of which I do have the entire studio discography. And it was a long time in the making. I listened to the albums and then again, because I just could not make up my mind, right? The ones that I have at number one and two will be pretty much predictable, and because those albums are pretty much untouchable, okay? And also the one that I have in the last place is also a bit predictable, because most people have said that that album is, kind of fell short for them. Let's get started. The one I was talking about right now, of course, is their latest as of the making of this video, which is Human to Nature. Okay? And before I say anything, I love all the Nightwish albums, and I believe there's not a single one that is not good. They're all very good, including this one, even though I'm putting it in the last spot. And the reason being, because this is their least heavy album, it is their most orchestrated album. It is also the album that has a second disc, which is this one, which is a fully orchestrated instrumental album, which is more really like a soundtrack to something. And the band, the entire band doesn't appear on it. Only the keyboardist, I imagine, Tuomas. And there's some vocalizations right here by Floor Jansen. Okay. The disc one, which is the one where the entire band plays, is pretty good. Music, Noise is a great track. Shoemaker, Harvester, How's the Heart is a fantastic song. It's just not a fantastic heavy metal song, even though I love that song. Okay, Procession, Tribal Endlessness. It's a really good album in that disc one. Maybe if I had only stuck with, if they have stuck with just disc one, but you cannot divorce disc two from it because that's part of the album too. All right. So this two is one track, which is all the works of nature which adorn the world, divided into 8 parts. Very proggy, which I love, but still, like I said, this is their least heavy album. Let's go on to the next one, which would be one from the Tarja era. I repeat, all of these albums are great, and it was really hard ranking them. That would be Oceanborn, all right? And this one has some great tracks, but the other albums I believe I enjoy a bit more. Oceanborn. Then we have here, I believe, the first appearance of the owl, which would become a bit of a symbol for them. After this, we have the debut, Angels Fall First. Beauty and the Beast, The Carpenter, Angels Falls First, great. This is the one that has several bonus tracks. In fact, well, 4 of them, okay, which are 3 demos and a Return to the Sea. And then one from the penultimate one, as of the making of this video, well, at least the penultimate studio album. That would be Endless Forms, Most Beautiful, right there with Floor Jansen on vocals. Great album, not so great cover, because what the hell is going on there? I know it has to do with, evolution, the diversity of species, of life on Earth and all that. There we go. Endless Form, Most Beautiful. Floor Jansen's performance. This was her first studio album. Floor Jansen's performance on this one is incredible. Then we go to another Tarja album, which is a Wishmaster. Okay. The Kinslayer, Come Cover Me, Bear Grace Mystery, Wishmaster title track. Okay. All great tracks. Now, one from the era of Annette Olson, which is here Dark Passion Play. All throughout, this is just fantastic stuff. And her vocals, even though she's not as operatic as Tarja, in fact, barely even so. She has leans more towards the pop side. It really fits well with these songs. Okay, Bye Bye Beautiful, the classic Amaranth, which became kind of like her own signature song. 7 Days to the Wolves, Meadows of Heaven, the one that closes it. Then the other album here by Annette, from that middle period of the band, which is right here, Imaginarium. This is the 2-disc set, comes in a digipack, quite a thick one for just only 2 discs. Right there. Disc 2 being the instrumental version. There we go. A long album. It took me a long while to get into this one, because it is lengthy, but when I did, it really sunk in. Now the last two, which, like I said, predictable, because these albums cannot be touched. I mean, these are some of the best power metal albums ever made. First we have Century Child, Bless the Child, End of All Hope, A Dead to the World. I mean, it just starts out absolutely killer, and it goes throughout. I could have done without the cover for Phantom of the Opera, but still. Okay? Century Child, absolutely fantastic album, with Tarja on vocals. Tarja, excuse me, or rather Tarja, as she pronounces her name. Number one, of course, which would be the number one on many rankings, it would be Once. I believe there's a version of this album with a cover where the angel right there is not, it is, you can see the angel better. But anyway, this one, Dark Chest of Wonders, Wish I Had an Angel, fantastic track. Nemo, Planet Hell, Creek Mary's Blood, everything here is just stellar. Okay, highly recommend this. If you only get one Nightwish album, either get a compilation album. They have one called Decades, which I do recommend. Another one called Highest Hopes, which covers only the Tarja era, but once. And I believe this was, ironically, their last album with Tarja Turunen. Okay, and she was fired from the band. She is now doing her own solo stuff. I have a few of her solo albums, not all, and even though, let's just say the truth, they're not as good as the Nightwish stuff, but they're still pretty good. Okay, so like I said, these are only the studio albums, and I do have several live albums, some DVDs, which you can see in my video for my Nightwish collection. Okay, well, that is my ranking for the Nightwish albums. Thank you very much for watching, and keep rocking.